wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet. Tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet. Tell him run it up, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell him run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
In the lab. We're in the lab. I don't know why the producer had to mute my mic and other stuff like that, but that's what goes on when they're working for Coach Julius Hall. We got Coach Julius Hall with us tonight. We got Coach Stud in the house also. Glad to have all y'all checking out Ebony Sports Reports. How y'all doing tonight?
All is well.
All right.
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
All right. And Coach Tisha and Coach Fritz, they're traveling. They're getting ready to be down here. They're going to be down this side right here. I can't wait to get the food that they're going to have for me because that way whenever they come, they know I get the yam, I get to eat. I just can't wait. And so Coach Julius Hall is not invited because, again, the insults that he's throwing out against the Giants the Jets and the Cowboys. So he's throwing out against the Cowboys and also the Jets. He will not be allowed. Coach Stud can be there. Coach Stud can be there, but not Coach Julius Hall. So, hey, that's how it goes.
They might have been trying to poison me anyway, you know.
So we're gonna throw a shout out to some area teams. There's some area teams: Savannah High School, Johnson High School, New Hampstead, Benedictine, Jenkins Beach, Bryan County, also McIntosh, Portal, Clinch County, Charlton County, Camden County. They are all some of them because there's more of them also. I say, Country Day also, Savannah Country Day. They are all now playing for the championships in their specific regions. I mean, their levels from AA going up to 7A. They're playing. We say congratulations. Some of them played last night. So boys and girls. So we're going to give the Georgia High School Sports Association, and we're glad to be here. Now, what happened? I, unfortunately, was one of the people who tied to AT&T. AT&T, some of y'all know, we got zapped. We were out of commission from the morning to late morning. We got zapped. And so that what happened with me. So we're going to be doing some videos today, but also some commentary. So the first thing I throw out there to you all, because again, what 4 teams can possibly rival the San Francisco 49ers and also the Kansas City Chiefs? What 4 teams out there in NFL that can rival or a threat to the Chiefs and also the 49ers? We're going to go to Coach Stud. What's your thoughts on that?
Let's start with the San Francisco 49ers, the NFC. I look for Philadelphia to bounce back, to get it going, and I look for them to be a threat. Also, something is telling me the Dallas Cowboys would turn that corner this year in 2024 and go deep in the postseason. They would be a threat to the San Francisco 49ers. Also, this a dark horse here now, but with Raheem now in Atlanta, I like the Falcons. He's a defensive mind guru. And also, number 4, we have to keep our eye on the Minnesota Vikings now. That's my NFC. Let me go to my AFC. Of course, you know, I'm looking for the Jaguars. If the Jaguars can't beat Kansas City, that's been an Achilles heel for them, they're not going to go nowhere. I look for the Jaguars to get the proper people in place this year and move deep into the postseason and actually challenge the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson didn't like his early exit of what happened. You got to keep your mind, got to watch the Baltimore Ravens. And also my third one, Don't think what Houston done with another great head coach there was some little one-hit wonder. DeMarco Ryans would keep them competitive. This another head coach that's a defensive-minded defensive guru. And the fourth team I'm going to go with in the AFC, I got the let me find the fourth one that I look for Miami to get it turned around. The Dolphins was right there, but just couldn't get out of their own way. They wasn't peaking at the right time. You got to start peaking at the postseason, and they was actually declining at that time. So those are my four in the NFC and my four in the AFC.
I got to Coach Sugg gave out some deep ones with regard to the NFC. He came out some deep. You came out some deep ones right there. I was like saying like, "Woo!" I had one to screen when you started saying something. I'm like, "Okay, listen here, Ebony Sports Reporters, And so now we go to Coach Julius Hall. We know both of those are your teams, but let's look at again, Coach Julius Hall. Let's look at 4 teams that could basically up in them, Coach Julius Hall.
Well, I don't have 4 teams that can up in them. I got 2 in each division until I see better in what happens during the year. In the AFC, you got the rival Kansas City. You got Miami and Baltimore. Miami is just a tackle away from being deep in the playoffs. They just got to get a few things together and they will be there. Baltimore, I think, is going to be on a revenge tour next year, and I think they're going to be trying to crush everybody they come in front of, because they really let the league down because you thought that it would be them. If Kansas City can beat San Francisco in the Super Bowl, Baltimore should have beat Kansas City to get there, because Baltimore definitely can beat San Francisco. In the NFC, I think Philly and Dallas. I agree with Coach Stud, Coach Eric, that it is Philly and Dallas. Philly will play a whole better type of ball this year. They drafted too many star players last year to not have all of them on the field playing at some capacity. To when they started to sag in the latter part of the season, and so I think those guys will be given a chance this year to play, and I think that Kansas City, Dallas, probably a bounce back and play better ball this year.
Okay. All right. So we got that. So we throw this out to you. How important is Chris Jones to the Kansas City Chiefs? How important is Chris Jones to the Kansas City Chiefs? Coach Julius Hall. How important?
Very, very important. It showed.
Did you just pass gas?
No.
It was his chair when he leaned back.
Oh.
I think he was passing gas.
No, I ain't done that.
That's not Rudy Giuliani now.
No, but it showed during the season. They struggled until they signed it. Once they signed it, what happened? And look at what happened in the Super Bowl. He anchored that defense. He had those guys playing on a level and with the intensity necessary to win a Super Bowl. Kansas City defense kept them in the game and won the game for them. Although you could say Mahomes went down with his legs and beat them, but Kansas City defense kept that prolific offense of San Francisco out of that end zone in the second half. And that's what was the difference in the whole ball game.
You know, some are saying Kansas City, they're trying to decide what they're going to do, what's going to happen with him, with regard to the money. And some say he might even go on to the Texans and others. But Coach Stud, what's your thoughts? How important is Chris Jones to the Kansas City Chiefs?
He's just as important to their defense as Patrick Mahomes is to their offense. Without Chris Jones, they wouldn't have beat the San Francisco 49ers. he make other players around him elevate their game to a higher level. He free up things because what offenses try to design and neutralize him, other players can excel on that there. But Chris Jones is in the top 3 defensive tackles in the NFL, in my opinion. They need to do what they got to do to keep him around because he won't sit out there. Someone will get him. He's what you looking for. He's a 300 and something pounder, got the quickness, got the burst off the ball, and he knows what he's doing.
Okay. All right. And that's what someone's saying, that the Bears, the Texans, they're looking to see what the Chiefs going to do. And so now we move on to another group, and this is with regards to the Bears and Justin Fields. What's going on? What should happen about Justin Fields? Because they're saying the Bears might go and take first quarterback, bam. They might take the first one, bam. That pick, bam, quarterback. And so, Coach Stud.
I don't know if Justin Fields unhappy there or the Bears just feel like it's time to go in a different direction as far as they franchise quarterback. I think it would be a mistake for the Chicago Bears to deal Justin Fields. And also, Houston Texans quarterback said that too, I read earlier in the week. That would be a big mistake, but, the NFL is a business. But if they decide that they don't want him, someone certainly would pick him up. The young kid out of Kennesaw, Georgia, run sub 4.440, 4.540, got a great arm, and he's athletic, is what the quarterback position in the NFL have become to. Now, you got to get out that pocket and get it with your legs at time. So that would be a big mistake on the Chicago Bears. I don't think Justin Fields is their problem. They got other problems that need to be addressed to get them to win some games and make the postseason.
All right. Coach Julius Hall.
Well, Coach Stud summed it up, but they would be really idiots to let Fields go and draft Caleb Williams. I think that I'd rather have Fields than Caleb Williams. I think that Fields is better than Caleb Williams. All around, mobility and everything else. And you got a quarterback with 2 years already on his belt. So why would you go and put all your eggs in the basket with a rookie quarterback that is untested? Nah. I mean, you building for the future of the franchise, you stay with Fields. I wish they do let him go so he can go to Atlanta since I got season tickets now.
Okay, that's Coach Julius Hall. And so last, just throw it out there. What's going to happen on next Thursday? And I'm supposed to be there, but they ain't got my ticket yet. I'm supposed to be at the Combine. I'm supposed to be up there in Indiana. I'm supposed to be up there for the Combine. Kalen DeLoach will be there. Kalen DeLoach will be at the Combine.
Oh, that's what this was?
Oh!
I
didn't call Rob. Me and Rob DeLoach talked earlier that. Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
Whoa! Florida State.
I already called Stud. It was 2 tickets. I already had called Coach Eric, and we going.
Whoa!
I didn't know.
Whoa!
We already got our plane tickets.
Whoa! So Coach Rob DeLoach said, I guess that's the phone call coming from DeLoach right now. He said, I got to contact his agent, Norby Walters. And his agent is Norby Walters. So again, Caleb DeLoach, graduate of Allen's High School. And Allen's High School is a public high school here. And Caleb DeLoach is the first person from Allen's High School to be going to the Combine and will be drafted in the NFL. Caleb DeLoach is making history. The son of Coach Rob DeLoach, former Ebony Sports Reporter coach. And now they got tickets. I ain't got no tickets to be there. And you can watch it on next Thursday. So Coach Stud, he from FSU. What's your feel? What's your sensation? Because I got some other FSU people. They would call me all yesterday. They saw me on the streets yesterday. They say, Kalen. Yeah, so Coach Stud.
Well deserved. And I remember Coach Hall called me and told me he was sending them to us. We were so happy to get him. And the young man just played at a very high level. Hoping the compound push him on into the first round. He should definitely be a first round pick. Definitely.
Yeah.
He was the heart and soul of our defense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Coach
Savannah
Julius,
native.
Go ahead, Coach Stud.
No, I just said Savannah native.
Yes,
Native
sir.
of Savannah. Yep.
Yes, sir. So, Coach Julius Hall, since you got your tickets and all that,
ain't my fault, bro.
Wow.
One thing for sure, though, you can watch it on Thursday from TV. me and Coach Eric, we going down.
Wow.
We going to the combine.
Wow. Okay.
You know.
All right. This is Ebony Sports Reports. Coach Julius Hall, Coach Stud. Wow. Okay. Wow. They got their tickets. So now we're gonna move on to something else right now, to another area. And so we got something for you. This is a throwback right here. This is a throwback for some of y'all. This is a throwback. Shannon Brown. Again, this is Shannon Brown. This is a throwback for some. And what's your thoughts of Shannon Brown, Coach Julius Hall?
Where is Shannon Brown at now?
He's not in the league anymore.
Oh, he's not in the league anymore.
Why?
Okay.
I mean, it was a great block. It reminded me of the athleticism that I once had in my youthful years. But great block. You know, that's don't steal me. I'm gonna come back and get it. That's what he was telling me.
And got hustle, Coach Stud.
Shannon Brown was a great player and known for his defense. He made teams by his defensive effort, and he was good at it. And if he was still in the league, Coach Hall, he'll be around about 25 years now. You know, hey, he was good at what he was. He was a role player, and he was for his defense. And he
Was
made
he that
a
old?
living. Yeah, he about that old. Yeah, he'd have been in the league 20 plus years now.
Oh, I must be behind the time. My bad.
And so now we're gonna come to Coach Julius Hall. This I want everybody to know. This is Coach Julius Hall. Coach Stud, do you see Coach Julius Hall when he was younger? That's Coach Julius Hall.
Yes. It was freezing up, but my computer. But anyway, I loved the young coach energy. Boy, I like to see him when he get a little bit older. I loved his energy. And he was into it too. And he was getting them hyped up now. I loved his energy.
Coach Julius Hall.
Well, I could see that being me because you raise him up early, and that boy, well, you already know if he ain't playing ball, he gonna know everything about ball because that's his dad, the coach. He really, I mean, he got it all right now. He got everything right now. You just look at him. I mean, he emulates his daddy to the T. He must just sit back and watch videos of just his daddy. You know, and if he ain't a good ball player, he's gonna damn sure be a good coach.
So yes, indeed. So, what do you think about the work that was needed that he could probably work on with regard to the NBA All-Star game. The NBA All-Star game, Coach Julius Hall. What was your thoughts with regard to the NBA All-Star game?
Well, the All-Star game is just a halftime show. The whole game is a halftime show. There's no defense played. There's really no need for the game except to just showcase athleticism these days. It used to be a game back in the day. Now it's just about showcasing the athleticism of the different players. The 3-point contest was good. The slam dunk contest, McCullough, whatever that boy name, he's just awesome. And he should be somewhere on somebody NBA team. Ain't he in the D League or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he don't need to be in the D League. Just with that kind of athleticism, period, he could take somebody's place on that bench.
Okay. Coach Stud. They're gonna say Adam Silver was not happy. They said Adam was not happy. They said Adam kind of showed he wasn't feeling. So how you feel about the NBA All-Star game?
Listen, when you mention the NBA All-Star game, the first thing come to mind with me, a celebrity gathering.
Mm.
You know, they just out there showcasing their individual talent and just basically just having fun. It used to be a little bit more competitive back, you know, in the days, but this is what the NBA has went to now. Everybody, if you looked at it, the West looked like they were just going to beat the East if you looked on paper, and then look what happened. Not only did they get beat, they got blown out. You know, I just enjoyed it. You know, they were just having fun. You know, now it's back to business now, this second half of the NBA to make a push and don't have to be the play-in for the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we come to this right here. And the push is beginning to occur. And Oklahoma City, right there. Denver Nuggets, right there. But then in the East, what do you foresee in the East, Coach Stud?
Well, we all know if Philly don't get Embiid back, and I think Coach Trish say that he won't be back this year, they're not going to go anywhere. You know, it's sad. You know, I had high expectations, you know, and Coach Bernard Brown, you know, Tyrese Maxey is one of his players, you know. He say he spoke real highly of Tyrese Maxey, you know, but Philadelphia is not going to go anywhere in that East. So that's going to open the door for, let me see here, in that East there. The East like wide open to me. In the West, I got a few teams, but that I can say, but the East is like wide open. It won't surprise me whoever come out of there. The West, I got a few teams that's gonna be there. We know Denver gonna be there. Golden State gonna make a push, but the East is like up for grabs, though.
All right. So Coach Julius Hall, they say Dame Lillard really wants to be in Miami. And so what is your crystal ball? What do you see with regards to the East?
Well, the East got 8 teams that are vying for those 8 spots on each side, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Boston, Cleveland, Milwaukee, the Knicks, 76ers, Indiana, the Heat, and the Magic. And the Magic is 13 games out of first place, or 12 games out of first place. And Cleveland, the next thing closest is 7 games out of first place to the Celtics. The Celtics playing great ball. So I look for the Knicks to be the upset team in the East. The Knicks. Watch the Knicks and watch Coach Stud's Orlando Magic. You got to watch them. In the West, Minnesota is the best record in the West. Then you got Oklahoma, the Clippers, the Nuggets. I can't believe the Nuggets ain't in first place. They beat everybody. I ain't never seen them lose a game. Every time you look, they winning. Can't believe they lost 19 games. Then you got Phoenix, the Pelicans, the Mavericks, and the Kings. And the Lakers just one game out of the 8th spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I look for the Lakers to pick it up and get in 5 or 6 or something like that, because they're only 3 games out of 5th place. They're only five games out of 4th place. You know, so I look for them to really step it up and make the playoffs. One of those teams will fall, which will probably be Dallas or the Pelicans. That will probably fall. They're looking for the Clippers to really do some stuff, but they always looking for the Clippers to do some stuff. That's my predictions.
That was great, Coach Hone. But let me say one thing. In the East, I just feel like any one of them capable of losing a 7-game series. I just don't feel like that East just been real trickery this year. You have some teams that they'll lose a game, and the other team I have, they start play out, and they'll still win the game. That East just been unpredictable to me, but that's just my opinion, you know. Yep.
Yeah, Giovanna.
You say you don't want to see Julius? That what you saying, Coach Fritz? That you say you don't see Julius? This Coach Fritz calling me. He said he don't want to see Julius. Oh shoot! I forgot we live. Oh my God, Coach Fritz. Yeah, I'm not lying. It's Coach Fritz.
That's not cool because I knew you was gonna do that.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm wondering why Tisha's name was called like she's an authority a few minutes ago.
So
her name was called like she's an authority on MB.
We gonna go back to the show. I'm sorry, I did not know. I thought I was muted. I had no. Oh my God. Okay, Coach Fritz, we will see you tomorrow. But then you don't want to see Coach Julius Hall. We got you. Yes, sir.
You know I got you.
Coach Fritz had to call and let everybody know. He said they apologize for not being on the show because again they get ready to be down inside, and so we're gonna miss producer. We're gonna go to a commercial. They said they ain't want to. Again, we are back. Ebony Sports Reporters got Coach Stud in the house, Coach Julius Hall. And again, we say support our advertisers, Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm with offices in Atlanta, Statesboro, and Savannah. One Price Cleaners, located in the Farmers Market in Garden City, Georgia. And Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. And the other one, Shep Food and Gas. Don't ride by, stop by. That is Shepherd Brothers gas station located at Styles and Gwinnett Streets in the city of Savannah. And guess what, Savannah? Be on the lookout. A new magazine is coming out. Not just for Savannah, but all around. Again, Coach Julius Hall will be talking more about that later on. They got some stuff in the work right now, but we about to see something right now that's in the work right now. It's another throwback, and we want to see what their thoughts are with regards to this throwback.
Fellas, come here for a minute.
This is Savannah.
Who would have won if you fought this man in your prime? What would you say, Mike?
I by no means, I'm vain. I know I'm great, but can I tell you something? In this situation, every head must bow, every tongue must confess. This is the greatest of all time.
I'm just gonna say, wow. And so, when you see them, the three of them together, what comes to your mind, Coach Stud, Ali, then you got Tyson, and you got Leonard.
Greatness. That's immediately what came to the mind. You guys, I saw some black history there, especially with Ali. Then I saw greatness there. That's exactly what came to mind.
All right. Now, Coach Julius Hall, we know you're going to say one was your relative, but just go ahead.
Well, Ali probably was. But when you see, one thing about Mike Tyson, if you ever noticed him all his life, I've never seen where I thought that he was lying. I'm serious. He just was one of them people that just got to tell the truth. I didn't believe Desiree when she brought that up on him. I thought Mike Tyson was right, but that was greatness. Those were some of the best that ever did it. And when you put Mayweather in there with what he's doing in boxing now, you got some the greatest. But like Mike Tyson say, Ali was the greatest because he put on the show with his greatness, his athleticism, his boxing skills with his athleticism, and then his way of entertaining people. That really helped the sport. Ali really reinvented the sport. It really brought people wanting to see it because they wanted to see what his next line was. He was just a great athlete and a great man.
All right. Now, this next one, let y'all know, I did not do this. Coach Tisha told me that she said this would be a great game that Coach Julius Hall would be great at. And she, in fact, said this is probably Coach Julius Hall. And this is called Pre-Boo.
हे प्रभु हे प्रभु हे हरि राम कृष्ण जगन्नाथ प्रेमानंद ये क्या हुआ?
What the hell was that?
We'll let you look at it again. This was Coach Tisha said this is for Coach Julius Hall. She said he'll be great at Pre-Boo.
हे प्रभु हे हरि राम कृष्ण जगन्नाथ प्रेमानंद ये क्या हुआ?
It's a soda bottle that has a stick that goes down. It's between your legs, and then you run with it. Coach Julius Hall, she said that you would be great at that. That's what she said. Pre-boo.
I still don't get it.
It's like, who's the fastest with regard to that? You got to be able to have the agility. You got to be able to get that, because again, they got the bottle right there, and then also
you got to be able to put the stick down in the bottle, pick it up, and then run with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She said y'all play games like that in West Savannah. That's what she said. So,
I don't know what street she was playing on, but I wasn't on that street.
But she did say, share this one right here. Not me. Again, it's not me, but this is what Coach Tisha said. Even though she ain't here, just trust my word on it. And we're going to have a conversation about this right here.
In 1977, Lynette Woodard began playing for Kansas and ended up leaving with 3,649 career points, which just happens to be ahead of Caitlin Clark's recent scoring record. Some people may be wondering why she doesn't hold the scoring record if she technically scored more points, but unfortunately, Woodard played basketball when college basketball was sanctioned by the Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women, which obviously doesn't hold any modern recognition. As a result, her record did not count, and scoring records only started getting tracked in 1982, the year after Woodard graduated from Kansas. Despite not receiving recognition, Woodard gives her props to Caitlin Clark, while also acknowledging the fact that she helped pave the way for high-scoring powerhouses like Clark. I want to congratulate Caitlin Clark on her sensational career and becoming the new scoring leader. In 1982, when they began offering championships, I was the first female athlete to earn the top award. At that time, they recognized my career scoring record of 3,649 points, all achieved in my 4 seasons at the University of Kansas. I am proud of my record that has stood for 43 years. I played from 1977 to 1981, when women's basketball was governed by the Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women. Back then, collegiate women's players used a larger basketball and we did not have a three-point line. In honoring Caitlin's accomplishments, I hope that we can also shine a light on the pioneers who paved the way before her. I applaud Caitlin for everything she has done and look forward to watching her score many more points for years to come. Unofficially, Woodard is still 80 points ahead of Clark, who will likely pass that unofficial record mark of Woodard in just a few games. I think it is important to learn more about the history surrounding women's basketball and share how it has progressed over time. Before Clark officially broke the record this past week, I had no idea that there were players 40 years ago that were also scoring 30 points per game. If you want to see more videos like this, please give this video a like to help grow women's sports.
Lynette Woodard. A lot of people have forgotten about Lynette Woodard, but again, Ebony Sports Reports, that's what we do. We go and recognize and put it out to let folks know. So, Coach Julius Hall, Lynette Woodard.
I forgot about her because I used to think she was the first Michael Jordan. She was the first. She used to play like a man. We used to be saying, "What is that? A man playing?" You know, she used to play like a man. She was just that good. I'm talking about good. But she gave the props to who needs to have the props, and you got to understand talent when you see it. Caitlin Clark gonna be out shooting lights out everywhere she go at from now on. So,
all right, Coach Stud.
I loved that, and especially with February being Black History Month, that was outstanding there, Jamal. I liked that. She's still 80 points ahead of Caitlin Clark now. Let's see what she do. I'm sure she'll get to 80 though and surpass her. But I'm glad that we was able to give her that recognition on Ebony Sports though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But now, Coach Stud, we're gonna come to something kind of ugly, and you can have some commentary about that. And it goes right along with some things Coach Julius Hall got on right now, and we need to get an understanding about this right now. I'll replay it again for y'all and let y'all see it again just in case. It's Draymond. You didn't see it again, Coach Julius Hall?
Nah,
I couldn't make out what he done. I just saw Draymond.
He was doing a shank motion, like he doing a shank motion at another player, like he going to do a shank.
Oh, okay.
They say Draymond, is Draymond threatening somebody else again? Coming back. He's doing a shank motion. What is going on? Coach Stud, what's your thought?
I'm gonna tell you what needs to go on, just like Jalen Rose said, until somebody get with Draymond Green and show him that we men, he gonna continue to do that. He feel he can intimidate players, and then he get a little slick with it and try to get away with it. You know, you had your Charles Oakleys, you know, Bill Laimbeer at that time. He wouldn't have pulled these stunts he pulling, you know. But until somebody get up in his chest, he gonna continue to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach Julius Hall.
I think Draymond is in serious need of some professional help. He's going to be out of the NBA before the season is over, I think, because he can't control himself and he does not listen. He's like my 2-year-old grandson.
Oh,
he don't want to listen. And, you know, if you making that kind of money, I guess it's at some point where you feel like you don't need no more. So I guess he feel like he don't need no more. So Draymond is in serious need of some professional counseling. You know, I said on one of the shows before that some people don't need no counseling, but Draymond really does.
Okay. All right. And so now we come to this because, again, we're dealing with the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga, Coach Julius Hall. How you feel about Jonathan Kuminga? Jonathan Kuminga.
Who?
Jonathan Kuminga, Coach Julius Hall. Jonathan Kuminga.
In the NBA?
Yes, in the NBA, playing for the Golden State Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga.
I'm a Golden State Warrior fan. That's why I briefly knew the name, but I haven't seen anything about Jonathan. I mean, I pass on Jonathan Kuminga.
Well,
if it ain't Steph Curry, I'm more worried about Thompson. I'm more worried about Klay Thompson stepping his game back up because they're trying to put him out to the farm. And that's what I'm worried about.
Well, they're saying that Jonathan Kuminga is the one that's actually keeping the Warriors in. And say, in fact, they say Kuminga had lost faith in Steve Kerr like 2 months ago. But now they're like that he's the one that's not keeping the Warriors in at all. So, Coach Stud, what's your thoughts, Jonathan Kuminga?
Jonathan, he is the behind Steph Curry. He's the number 2 player on the team now. In some instances, he was actually playing better than Curry in one game that I actually watched there. Brennan, you got to watch him. He have stepped his game up, and he's going to be a star on Golden State, or some other team is going to make a trade and get him. He playing at a very high level for them Golden State Warriors, and his energy and everything is there. I'm happy for him. I really am.
All right.
Yeah.
Sadly, the New Yorkers could not be here with us tonight, and this is something tied to New York. Rick Pitino publicly went and criticized his players, said it was the worst that he's ever experienced in his career. Rick Pitino. So what's going on at St. John's? What is happening at St. John's, Coach Stud?
Rick Pitino is a great coach on the college level, and it's unprecedented what he have done. And he's going to be vocal if he's not getting what he feel that he should get out of his players. He's going to come forefront with it, and and they're going to accept that because they got a coach like Rick Pitino. But he's one of them coaches that's going to tell it like it is, and he probably still going to bet on his race horses too.
All right. All right. And so, Coach Julius Hall, Pitino is now, because he criticized the players publicly, then said that he didn't call names, he didn't name names, and then now he's now said that he's failed them, that again, he was critical of them because some did go and say, hey, listen, you criticize the players. So what's your thoughts with regards to Rick Pitino? Because what we heard on the grapevine is that you coach like Rick Pitino also.
Well, and you are absolutely correct, because I don't know, you must be just thinking what I was thinking, because I have no problem with what he said and how he does it, because you have to motivate these players to get the best out of them. If you can't make them believe in themselves, then they're not going to believe in anything to be winners. And that's what he does. He motivates with a different style. We can't go being critical of this man when he's a proven winner. Sometimes you have to do necessary things that most people think was unnecessary to get the results that's needed. So I'm all for trying to make a player play harder. I'm all for criticizing him to make him feel like your game can be better. Because if you believe that a person's game can be better, you know it, and then you got to get them to believe it, and that's what he does.
Okay. All right. We got a player for you right now. We may play it twice just to make sure you see it. I'll do it again, so just in case. Have you ever seen a similar block like that before? What's one of the best blocks that you've seen? Coach Julius Hall.
Well, they got this 13-year-old. I don't know whether you got him tonight, but that boy can play. Y'all seen the video? I think I sent it to you all. That was a great block right there, other than the one you showed on the first one earlier today. But remember, it was somebody that also went up and just pinned somebody's shot to the backboard, just left it up there like that. So it's been some great blocks, but that was absolutely amazing. I tell you, these kids fly these days. That's why I tell you about the athleticism compared to today. What those older guys was doing back then, they were finessing. These guys here are going to take it straight to the Russells, the Jabars, and all of them. Jabbar couldn't deal with Shaq down there. Shaq going to rough him up. Charles Barkley going to rough up a few people. That's why I tell you, these guys couldn't beat last year. I mean, those older guys couldn't beat these young guys these days. Too much athleticism. They ain't scared to jump out the gym.
Okay. Coach Stud.
I agree with Coach Hall now, but that was a great block there, though. You know, but like he said, the athleticism today than back then. I don't know what they eating or what they feeding them or what they drinking, but they jumping out the gym now. These kids today. That was a great block there.
All right. So now we're gonna get your thoughts on this right here. EA Sports. College football players can now opt in to get some revenue from EA Sports because, again, they got their likeness and all that. They can now opt in also to get something from it. So, Coach Stud, how you feel about that?
Well, I'm glad to see the colleges make millions and millions of dollars in revenues and royalties. I'm glad, and I had opportunity with a couple of Florida State players to actually be hand-on with them. They couldn't even have money to take their girlfriends to the movies.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in the late 80s, you know. So I'm glad to see them now being able that eliminate them agents from getting inside their head and give them some money. Next thing you know, he's disqualified from school, you know. Probably ain't been there long enough to go into the NFL draft. So that eliminate all that there. I'm glad to see them accommodating these college players now. Keep our own Florida State. They reloading up there, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Coach Julius Hall, they cannot get paid from EA Sports.
You just love how Coach Eric just throw Florida State in there every time?
Coach Julius Hall, I knew that was going to happen. I knew. That's why I said to ask him first. I knew that was going to happen. I knew because, you know, they're going to get that money from him, Bob. They're going to get that money.
I ain't even saying nothing about Florida State.
I has the app on my phone, and every day something pop up. I don't know how Mac McNeil is doing what he's doing, you know.
They retweet
all the Alabama players. When Nick Saban left, I want to go to Florida State, you know, and we're going to try them out, you know.
A dynasty in the making.
Yes, it is. Coach Hall watched that dynasty for about 5 or 6 years, you know.
Yeah, I watched them.
He knew they had plays designed for, you know,
get 35 yards.
You know? Yeah, you know, he saw that. You know.
I know. That's how Jerry and I became to hate him. But yeah, it is long overdue. You know, these kids can't get a chicken box, and the colleges are making tens of millions and some making hundreds of millions of dollars. These stadiums are sold out. The broadcast is at record numbers, and the only thing benefiting the schools, and the kids can't even buy a lunchbox. You had poor Peter Warwick stealing crab legs. You know what I'm saying? So
no, that was James Winston.
Peter Warwick did. He did something too.
Peter Warwick went to Dillard's, him and Laverne Cole, and the girl was rung up about $30, $40 worth of stuff, and they probably walked out there with about $800, $900 worth of stuff out of Dillard's there in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, you know, you won't have these players doing this if you're giving them a stipend. They should have been came up with a stipend. They wouldn't have to worry about this. These kids need something where it could have been everybody getting the same amount, and that's what the problem was.
All right. So Tim Anderson go to Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball. Tim Anderson has now went inside a 1-year deal with the Marlins. Coach Julius Hall.
Well, good luck.
What does it mean?
It don't mean nothing. Good luck to him. If he on the damn Marlins, good luck to him. The Marlins ain't playing like that. If man, listen. Oh Lord, they go Tony Mitchell. Tony Mitchell. We do need a fact checker. So if you won't mind coming on here and stop sneaking and watching the show on your job, come on here and be a part of the host, and then you can give those real facts that I am lacking in. So come on and get that correct. I think that my facts are absolutely on point, as according to somebody that I was doing a great job last week. They said that they never seen nobody, even Stephen A. Smith, do what I do.
Okay. Coach Stud, Tim Anderson, he gonna be down that side.
He will help the Marlins, but I just don't see them having enough overall talent, to really make some noise, even with the addition of him.
All right. Okay. And now we move. Oh, go ahead. You have something else you want to say?
I said I'd rather go see the Savannah Bananas play.
I was gonna leave that alone. See, Coach Julius all trying to be funny right now. They now increased Grayson State another 1,000 seats for Savannah Bananas, and it's sold out. Because I'm gonna say probably the largest alcohol venue in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia. Savannah Grayson Stadium, largest alcohol venue in Chatham County. I would dare say that because people go to the Bananas game. It ain't about the baseball, banana ball. It's about the alcohol. But I wasn't going to say that. The opinion of Coach Jamal Toure is the opinion of Coach Jamal Toure. Not the opinion of sports reporters. I'm just saying. I'm just sharing that. And so we were going to get. Well, Coach Stud had Tony. Coach Stud had already corrected that. You was late. That's why I'm glad. If you're gonna do that, you gotta be on. Coach Stud had already said that. So okay, all right. So, but we're gonna move on. But it is tied to football. Big Ten and SEC say, y'all chill. The 12-team playoffs hasn't officially got started yet. Y'all just chill, please. Y'all just chill. So, Coach Stud, what's your vision? What's your thoughts with regard to the 12-team playoffs and people being concerned? You got Washington being concerned. Washington State, excuse me. You got Oregon State being concerned. The Pac-10 being concerned. Others being concerned about this now. This 12-team college playoffs that officially has not been regimented yet, but that's what's about to begin. What's your thoughts?
I can understand why them being concerned, because if you're not in that Big Ten or considered a perimeter powerhouse or the SEC, you may get left out of that 12 team. But I wish this would have been in place last year. That would have helped a team like Florida State get in there and showcase what they can do without their starting quarterback. And I wouldn't have had to go through what I had. I wouldn't have had to endure what I had to endure, But the 12 team, I'm in favor of it. I want to see a true national champion. And sometimes you got to win a couple of games to make that happen. I mean, not just 2 games. You got to win, I think maybe it'd probably be about 3, 4 now with the 12 team to get there. And we're gonna see the true national champion now. And I'm in favor of it, but if you're not in them powerhouse conferences, you may still get left out if you run the table in one of them conferences that they feel that don't meet the standard that should make the 12 team. Okay. Unfortunately, but that's how it's set up.
All right. Coach Julius Hall.
Well, I like the 14 team that they're thinking about. What's up, Kevin?
And I got something for him. I'm so glad he just came in. Go ahead.
Tell Kevin, let us know when you're ready. I think I sent the link to you for this week, but let us know when you're ready, so we'll be ready for you. But I think I sent the link to Kevin. But I like the 14 team format even better. That way, nobody will get left out. I don't think that it'll be a problem with. You might have a 2-loss team now thinking that they should be in that 12, but it's not going to be a big hoopla about it because they had 2 losses. You know, that's the only people that I can think of would think that they're supposed to be in that 12, a 2-loss team, because they're going to get the best 6, because they ain't never more than about 6 that really should be in there. That the thing is it was just 4 when you have 6, 5, and 6 teams that should have made it. And I don't think it'll ever be a problem with 12, and especially won't be one with 14. I think that with the 14, they was going to give 2 teams buys or something. I don't know what they were going to do.
I think the top 4 get the buys. They get a buy, and then 5 through 12 will play, and then they'll match them up from there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm all for it. I'm happy that they're doing it. Baseball got playoffs, basketball got the playoffs, everybody got playoffs. You know, why you do a conference championship, so you got to be able to do the playoffs for the college football championship. They're not just one game, 2 games, the way they was doing it now, but now they got to play. Like Coach Doug, you're gonna get a true champion now.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to a quick commercial. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna tell you who's the greatest Harlem Globetrotter of all time. The greatest Harlem Globetrotter of all time. That's why I thought I was gonna have Kevin say. That's why I'm glad he's on here right now. So I want him to see the greatest Harlem Globetrotter.
He can always come in.
Hey, that's fine too. So bam, Ms. Producer, a quick commercial.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, for Magistrate.
And this is Ebony Sports Reporters, and we are here with Coach Stud. Coach Julius Hall had to step on out. He got to do this thing, but we're going to throw it out there. The greatest Harlem Globetrotter of all time, we're going to throw it on out there. And this...
Red Tide Royalty, trick shot. Like...
We're going to do this one more time, just in case some people may have missed it.
Red Tide Royalty, trick shot. Like...
And that is Rock Rab Wham Middleton, who is from Savannah State University, one of my people. That I say we know they're other great Harlem Globetrotters, but I just throw it out there for Wham. Wham is in the house. Wham is one of the great people. I remember him right there in the classes in room 131, right there, and he stuck to it. And so that's why, Coach Stud, who you see as being the greatest Harlem Globetrotters? Who you see?
Curly.
All right.
Yeah, that was a great shot, though.
Mm-hmm.
Great shot. He's from Savannah.
He's from Atlanta metropolitan area, but then he was Savannah State. Yes.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yes. So we got curling. So yeah, so we throw that out there. So Kevin Sutton might have his opinion on some of that right there. The producer can put if he has his opinion, because we just want to throw it out there because y'all saw Lynette was also a Globetrotter. So that's where we wanted to go because we thought Kevin was going to be on with us. But then now we got something else. But those of you out there who think that your physical size hinders you from doing things, but we want to show you again the power of all this right here.
Salve, salve, minha família, Mestre Muralha por cá. Como eu sempre falo, a capoeira ela é um desafio para o corpo. A gente não se deve se preocupar com o que as pessoas vão pensar, com o que as pessoas vão falar. Temos que seguir nossa vida, lógico, da maneira correta, praticar o esporte que quiser, independente do peso do corpo. Lembrando que, lógico, que temos que cuidar da nossa saúde, mas eu ser gordo não é uma opção. Mas eu estou aqui praticando capoeira, sou mestre de capoeira, treino capoeira desde os meus 3 anos de idade. 3 anos de idade sem parar um dia, imagina. E eu amo a capoeira. Salve, capoeira.
And Tony Mitchell said Metal Lock with the Gods of Globetrotters, because again, that's one of the names they're thrown right up there. So yes, and we look at that. You just saw someone practicing capoeira right down there in Brazil, and so people look at his size and think that he can't move like that. But again, just like you, Coach Stud and Coach Julius Hall was saying, we look at athleticism today, that we see abilities and see those gifts right there that people have. And that's on the horizon that we see. But now, that's with regards to that. But I got to throw it out there. Who do you see with regards to moving closely with regards to making sure that they are not on the bubble? Who do you see out there with regards to going to what we know? Because March Madness is going to be totally different, because more and more we're going to see that. We see from Bill Self and all others, Kansas, everyone, that anyone, it can be any given day, not any given Sunday, but any given day, who you kind of see need to make sure they're not on that bubble.
Of course, Florida State. Of course, Florida State. Leonard Hamilton just can't get us over that hump, man. And he's been up there forever. You know, now we'll lose a ball game we shouldn't lose and win one that we shouldn't in a minute, you know. But Florida State, but this NCAA tournament is going to be, it's going to be nice. It's going to be enjoyable. We're going to see some good competitive basketball in this tournament. And we're getting ready to start this March Madness here.
Okay, no, absolutely, absolutely. So again, we're looking at in the ACC domain. They got the SEC. You know, Missouri just got things together with regards to their losing streak. So we're looking at that, and people are saying with regards to Purdue, they say no one is afraid of Purdue. They say no one is afraid of them, but they say that's just a Big Ten thing. And so they say with Zach Edey, they say people are not afraid. What's your thoughts with regards to Purdue?
They can be beat, but you got to play a great game. We watch, I think it was Ohio State just upset them. You got to play a great game, because Zach Edey is something else in that middle. You know, you got to play a great game, but they can be beat. I don't think that people shouldn't be afraid of them. They can be beat and may get upset in this tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, something you talk about, and we threw it out there, said not being afraid, that Micah Parsons threw out there that for all other teams, when they are playing the Cowboys, it's like their Super Bowl. It's like a Super Bowl for everybody playing the Cowboys. Some people are a little critical of that. Coach Stud, what's your thoughts on that? Is that right?
I wouldn't say that, but I definitely would agree with him that they elevate their game when they're getting ready to play the Cowboys. I mean, they bring their A game when they're playing the Cowboys now. Hey, that's America's team, you know. He got that star on his helmet, you know, and people want to come in there and beat the Cowboys. I wouldn't say that it's to the level of the Super Bowl, but I would say that they definitely elevates their game when they're getting ready to play the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. All right. So that's what people are throwing out there. So folks will be looking and say they need to get it together. And so with the Cowboys, some are saying, should Dak just look at moving on? Should Dak just look at moving on? Or should Dak remain there?
I feel he should stay with the Cowboys. They're going to eventually turn that corner and advance in the postseason. It just haven't happened. But they got the proper players in place. Sometimes they just got that cloud hanging over them. Maybe they owner, But I think they're going to eventually turn that corner, at least get out that first round in advance, to the division round.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a moment right now. So all y'all checking out the show, Ebony Sports Reporters, we thank y'all for looking at the show. But we got a little bit more history. And these are some contemporaries of the Harlem Globetrotters. This is a trailer, because this is African American History Month, and that this is a team that was, one of the dominant teams from the first part of the 20th century. We're going to come right here. So check it out. Just check it on out, because some people know about them, some people don't. So we want to use this as an opportunity to let y'all know about them.
Today, we can't even imagine sports without black athletes. Nearly 79% of players who give the NBA its enormous star power are people of color. But in the early days of basketball, the number of black players allowed to compete for national championships was zero.
I find it really hard to believe that the NBA, when it started, was segregated.
African American ball players growing up think that there was always an opportunity for them in basketball, and that's not true.
See, these young guys think they make $20 million a year because they can play. They were just born at the right time.
Before black people could prove their worth in any arena, including sports, they would have to find each other, and they did it here.
From generations of poets, the first to the last. That's right. Harlem has ensured her future.
To make it, you had to get to Harlem. Harlem did not have a professional baseball team, did not have a professional football team, but it did have a professional basketball team.
They were like gods. When they come around, everybody wanted to meet the ball players.
If you were on the Renaissance, you were on the 801 team.
But no matter how good the Wrens were, they were just a colored team who could never compete for a championship against the best white teams. Out of the blue, an invitation arrived.
American basketball players gather in Chicago to pry the lid off the first World's Championship for professional tossers.
It was the biggest arena the game of basketball had ever seen.
When they came out, it was pandemonium.
You could smell the sweat. You're right on top of the action.
When you play against white ball players, what are they going to do? Play basketball? They want to kill you.
They played very well together.
There's a thing we had with that rhythm.
It was like an orchestration.
The world knew at that moment they were seeing the two best basketball teams in the world.
This history has been written and rewritten by people other than African Americans. I think that you don't get a sense of the glory.
If you could go 30,000 feet up and look at the world as it evolves, that was the beginning of the evolution. They changed the game. They changed how the world saw the game.
All the older guys, we couldn't thank them, enough for what they did.
Basketball soul, Harlem, son, second to none. On the shoulders of giants. Come on, feel the goal. Let's go. On the shoulders of giants.
And the New York Rens, the New York Renaissance, again, one of the greatest teams ever and one of the greatest organizations ever with regard to professional basketball, but did not get the recognition. The Globetrotters evolved into what we see, again, the Clown Princes with regards to basketball, but the Rens also a dominant team also. So, Coach Stud, any thoughts with regards to that?
Yes, and looking back, and that was a great clip that you showed, especially with this being Black History Month. But we are very competitive in anything we do. We taking over tennis. It's just a matter of time before we get into hockey and take that over. I mean, you got to be proud, for what we have came through and where we are now. You have to be, and our athletic siblings speak for itself. That's why they didn't want to let us in, and that's why they wanted to keep us separate. because they knew we was going to get in there and dominate. And that is what we're doing now. And I can't say enough about the ones like Jabbar and them that paved that way for us to today. And I just love it, man. I just love it, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Yeah.
again, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and others now you saw Carmelo Anthony right there again. So
He
some of them
spoke about it.
Right.
Yep, he spoke about it. Carmelo spoke about it. Yep.
Right. That's right. That legacy. And so that's why it becomes important for us to understand that the greatest of all times, when we have these conversations, sometimes we leave out some people because, again, it's like Bill Rhoden. And in fact, he had something on Undisputed that he was talking about and discussing this. Whereas, again, we're going to be having some clips also with regards to polo players. You got African-Americans who are playing polo who have won championships who are now going to establish polo teams, because someone asked a question about we need to be getting involved in polo. It comes down to horses. But then here go in some larger urban areas, they got horses. And so now we want to find about some horses also, Coach Stud. What horses should the Tampa Bay Bucks be trying to get into? The Tampa Bay Bucks, we're going to be coming to Florida. The Tampa Bay Bucks, what should the Bucks be trying to do?
They need to lock up Mike Williams. I saw that he was going to explore that. I think he's the best receiver. I don't think he over the hill. He still got some football left ahead of him. They need to lock up Mike Williams. And Mike Williams, quarterback, played pretty good to me, except for, that crucial interception late in the game, but nobody even expected them to hang around in the game like that, Look for Detroit to beat them by double digits, And they could have got that possession, go down for the tie, and go for two, and, we would have had a tie ball game had they been successful on the 2-point contrive. But the first thing they need to do is lock up Mike Williams, and they need some secondary players. They thin in that secondary. They lock up Mike Williams and get them another complimentary running back and get some players in the secondary. I think the Buccaneers will be all right.
Okay.
They got one of the few Afro-American head coaches there, and I want to see him do well.
All right. And with regards to the NFC South, that some say that's not necessarily a strong division right there. So that's what some people are saying.
Well, it's not, but it's a division that they can very well succeed in. It's not a strong division, but you got to just win and you'll be fine, regardless of your division. It's not like college football. If you win, you're going to be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Just win and you'll be there. They'll be fine.
And we got this also with regards to New York. And this is for Coach Tisha. Coach Tisha, she's not with us here, but some have thought about and been saying that there might be somebody leaving from the Rocky Mountain area and going to New York. That is in Russell Wilson being sent over to New York Jets. That again, that might be something to work out. But some also going to say that Aaron Rodgers will probably not want to have Russell Wilson right there. What do you see with regards? What's your thoughts with regards to that? Because there's been some conversations folks were trying to throw out there.
Well, Russell Wilson definitely got to get out of Denver because that's just not working with him and the head coach for some reason. And quite naturally, Aaron Rodgers not going to want Russell Wilson there because he knows Russell Wilson is a starting quarterback in the National Football League. And Aaron Rodgers feel that this is his team and his time to really showcase because he only was out there, I think, for 4 plays before he tore his Achilles. But if Aaron Rodgers, if Russell Wilson come there, Russell Wilson not coming there to be a backup. Russell Wilson got some football left in him. He just need to get in the right system. The Denver coach just seemed like he just had it in for him since he arrived there. And when they went to win, it was good. But as they started to dip down a little bit, he just went crazy on Russell Wilson. I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all.
All right. And so, again, we're going to deal with this right here because, again, we're going to celebrate. We celebrate HBCUs and celebrate us also because we had Wham from Savannah State. But then we also got some moves that are being made right now by another school. And got one more. And that is Morgan Price of Fisk University. Fisk University has a gymnastic team, and Morgan Price has scored the highest score for HBCU ever with regards to gymnastics. She's scored a 9.9. She's also done 9.5. So that's Morgan Price from Fisk University. And Fisk is showing, again, that diversity right now. If given a chance, Coach Stubbs, you said they will begin to surpass and get Fisk University. So we got to throw it out there with that shout out. So anything you want to say with regards to that, Coach Stud?
Yes, Miss Price looked like she ready to compete on a professional level.
So again, we look at the Olympics coming up. And so again, we look at the proving grounds and the training grounds with regards to that. And so, all right, Coach Tony Mitchell says she was excellent. That's right. And so again, 9.9. And so now we're gonna go to the AFC West. We're gonna go to the AFC West, and we look at the Raiders. The Raiders, their leadership, all African Americans. Again, that's right. We got GMs, presidents, and head coach are African Americans. So we look at that, and so just again give some people some information. Some people they try to figure out why African Americans in particular were fans of the Raiders. Some think it was tied to Jack Tatum and George Atkinson in particular. That's what they were thinking with regard to that. And you're throwing Cliff Branch, but also say with regard to that hard-nosed John Madden football that they played, and also the Dallas Cowboys. But some people don't realize that the Cowboys and also the Raiders were drafting players from HBCUs. Again, in the AFL and the NFL, when they began to become understanding the necessity of having black players, that they were going to HBCUs to get players. And that some people say that's why the Cowboys have such a loyal following with regards to African Americans. Some people not realizing that the foundation is based on the fact that they were getting black players. And Coach Stud, there was a Cowboy that came out of Jacksonville.
Cowboy that came out of Jacksonville.
That it was a Dallas Cowboy. A Dallas Cowboy.
Bob Hayes. Bob Hayes.
That's right.
The bullet. That's considered the fastest man in the world at one time. Yeah, Bob Bullet Hayes.
Yes,
sir.
No,
I thought you was meaning on the current roster now.
I'm going back. So again, going right back.
Right.
And he went to what college did he go? University he went to?
Florida A&M.
That's right, FAMU. So and that's why some people are like saying, hey, that's why with regards to the Raiders and also the Cowboys, what went on, they were getting players coming from HBCUs. Now, and so Tony Mitchell, that he go, Bob Hayes. Yes, that's what Bullet Bob Hayes. You heard Coach Stud go and say that. And what now? Some people, Coach Stud, some people now discuss. They said that HBCUs were producing, players from HBCUs were being drafted into the 70s. Were being drafted into the 70s. That you saw people coming from Morris Brown, coming from Clark, that were being drafted. But now, last year, only one HBCU player was drafted. But again, and some people think that it is absolutely tied to money, that you cannot showcase the folks coming from HBCUs because the larger schools coming in the SEC, the ACC, the Big Ten, the Pac-10, the Big 12, that you got to have the monies going to them. And so our players go undrafted, signing as free agents, or again, signing the later rounds. But that's what, again, they're going to say in the 70s and going to in the early 80s that you had players from HBCUs being drafted. You got any thoughts with regards to that?
Yes, we had one of the best receivers ever to play the game, Jerry Rice. And not to mention Walter Payton. These guys came in and played at a high level. and set some records in the NFL, and they came out of HBCUs, you know. So once we get on that level, they're going to have to pay them because they're going to produce. They're going to produce. There's a lot of talent in HBCUs. It is a lot of talent in there, in the HBCUs. And 60% of the players can play at a D1. Some go there because they want to play right away. Some go there because they like the HBCU coach. But it's talent in the HBCUs now. You know, make no mistake about that now. And they can play on the next level. And they are showing that.
Right. And again, it comes down to saying the schools now having to compete. That again go to the larger universities because the monies that are being fostered and thrown at them.
Exactly.
So again, right. And so, hey, we wanted to still be sure. We want the monies coming to us. We need them coming to us.
Exactly.
Yes. So
and not to forget Shannon Sharp right there out of Savannah State.
Right. And Tony put Everson Walls. Again, like you said, we got these folks right here. And because James Harris talked about some James Harris, who was from Grambling. James Harris talked about because he was going to be be drafted, African American, be drafted, and that. But then he was upset about some of the treatment, and that he discussed how Eddie Robinson contacted him, told his mama he needed to talk to him, and with that. Eddie then told him and said, listen here, you are not going to quit. You are not going to quit because you are doing this not for yourself, but for everyone else coming behind you in that same position. And so with that again, that we see this occurring, but now we begin to see that some people not necessarily going to the schools, and then some, again, not showcasing when they now go and draft, or not drafting them. And then sign them merely as free agents. So this is a part of a conversation that we got to have because it's the economics of football. It's the economics of football when they're not signing some of the contracts. And so we're going to move on to this right here. Again, some people might say, would you still get the same chance? Matt Arisa is going to be given a second shot with regards to the NFL. Matt Arisa, was accused with regards to having committed a sexual infraction. And so, but then it came and said that it was false. And so do you think, can he redeem himself in the eyes of others? Because people start saying, what about the others who have been accused and that, again, not given a chance?
I think he will be able to redeem himself. It won't be right away now. He's going to have to go through the rough negative eye of certain people, but he'll be able to redeem himself. I'm glad to see that he was cleared and given a second chance. Sometimes you phase away after that. Never gets a chance, and that's a shame that so many things happen like that to athletes, but I'm glad to see them giving him a second chance, and hopefully he can continue on and move forward.
Okay. All right. And we're going to come to our last topic. And again, this is you having a crystal ball. What do you foresee? Because we asked it before, but then some things went on and there were some issues. What do you foresee for Tiger Woods? What do you foresee for Tiger Woods? Because some people had the hope. So, but then there were some issues that happened recently with regards to him. He couldn't complete it. What do you foresee for Tiger Woods right now, Coach Stud?
I was hoping that it would get him back, and then the other issues came up, and it's like dropped him back down. That's going to be very interesting. I'm going to see how it plays out and see and see how it come about though, because right now I don't know if the career going to be able to continue. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people there's the hope for Tiger, but then again, look at physically the body may not be there. That he can just do some tournaments, just special engagements, and that's it. But then he will not be able to do 18 rounds. He will not be able to do that. And so that's the vision of Coach Stud. The vision of some of the other coaches will come along also, because again, we're going to be monitoring what's happening with Tiger. Because again, but Tiger sells. His very name alone will cause people to be there. Tiger sells. And so he might not surpass Jack Nicholson and others with regards to the greatness in the eyes of golf. But some will say that he is, but others are going to say they're going to hold out the championships with regard to Jack Nicholson. And so this has been Coach Stud, Coach Julius Hall, Coach Teacher, and Coach Fritz are on their way down. And we're going, Kevin Sutton. We're going to wait to see if you join us, Kevin Sutton, because we got some more Harlem Globetrotter stuff. We got some more stuff, but that's like we just waiting to see. Coach Tony Mitchell, glad to have you checking us out. This has been Ebony Sports Reporters. This is Jamal Toure. And to the producer, we signing out. We see y'all next week. But we say share, share, share. Check out all our shows. Support our advertisers, Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm in Statesboro, Savannah, and Atlanta. One Price Cleaners in Garden City in the Farmers Market. Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. And Shep Food and Gas, Shepherd Brothers Food and Gas at Styles and Gwinnett. Don't ride by, stop by. Yeah, Ebony Sports Reporters. Coach Stud, glad to have you. Coach Julius Hall, glad to have you. Coach Teacher and Coach Fritz, we'll see y'all next week.
Stay right there, Jamal.
like that.